Hughie is still a good leader, about 3 lengths in front. Conniver is trying very hard, with on the outside Imminence and Per Ivy getting a late go on, but it is all Hughie, and Hughie will win it easily.
Yeah, great result there from Hughie. He had a little injury at his last stable. He's had a nice spell, and McKinnon across the road, he owns the horse, and the horse was sitting over in the paddock. He came over and said one day, do you want to have a crack at training this horse? So he probably is a real horse that's suited our farm. He's a pretty wound up sort of horse, and the really quiet environment here has really suited him. So, but no, he's good. He's a horse you gallop him on the training track and you wouldn't give 2 bob for him. If there's 25 horses here in the stables, he'd run about 22nd if we galloped them all together. So, but we just tick him over, don't do a real lot with him, and take him into the track every now and again and give him a little swim. And just give him a little gallop up the hill here and a bit of a treadmill and just keep him ticking over, and he was very good. I think we got a nice bias in the track there the other day. Horses that got to the front on the fence tended to have a fair advantage. So well done to all there. Well done to Paul Gatt. It's his first winner he's ridden for us. I hope there's a few more to come. I've got a hell of a storm in at Geelong Friday. She's 6th emergency, but I've got under 2 horses in the race that I've scratched. So she's going to come into 4th emergency, so hopefully she gets a run. She's just had 2 runs this time in, both on real heavy tracks, and she's gone horrible. So I just want to try and get her onto a half-decent surface. I thought I might have been able to take her down to the Pakenham Synthetic, but there's no races there for the next couple of weeks, and the next race meeting down there's no races for her. So she's going to have to go onto the grass somewhere. I actually thought there might have been something up at Echuca for her this week. There's nothing there either. So she might have to go to Warwick-Nabil next week, which I don't know, I just want to see how she's going more than anything. So Geelong was perfect for her rather than floating her all the way to Warwick-Nabil to see how she's going, you know. So, but anyway, not much we can do. It's all out of our hands. So that's a hell of a storm. As I said, she's 6th emergency, so we're crossing our fingers she gets a run. Got El Sordo in at Geelong Friday. He's drawn a horrible gate and he's an emergency, so he's highly unlikely to run. But he's going good, this horse. I'm really happy with him. Just got to find the right race for him. He's had a good long spell. He's actually taken a long time to come up this time in, but he's all ready to go. He's really fit. His gallop through the week was really good. Had a blood count taken from him today, so hopefully that comes back good tonight. And just really disappointing that I can't run him, or probably he won't get a run at Geelong. And even if he does, I think he's drawn barrier 18, so that doesn't help our cause. But that's El Sordo. Got Tango Jewel in at Moonee Valley Saturday. It's drawn the car park. It's drawn 12 in a race where there's a couple of good speed horses in it, so there's every chance she's going to get hung out on the limb. Craig Williams can't ride her, so we've got Mark Zara, which is no loss there. Yeah, it's just the race stinks a little bit. There's 2 that's going to boot up the inside of her. She's not a horse that you can go back on. She's a roll forward horse, so she's either going to spend a heap of petrol to cross them, or she's going to get hung out on the limb. So yeah, we really need the racing gods to be on our side on Saturday for her to be competitive. She is what she is. She'll run the same race every time. She'll bounce, she'll put herself handy, and she'll try her little guts out. But she's had a little bit of a freshen up, which is good, and she seemed to, I love the way she gallops through the week, so she's already to go back to the races. But the race itself just stinks a little bit, the way that the barriers have worked out and there's speed horses inside her. But anyway, there's not a real lot we can do about that. So that's Tango Jewel at Moonee Valley on Saturday. Got Belmia in at Sandown Wednesday. I had her in this week, and her blood count just wasn't quite right, so we're just going to wait another week. And but she will go to Sandown Wednesday. I've done a lot of work in the barriers with her, and we've actually thrown a set of blinkers on her and done a fair bit. In her last 2 jump outs, she's actually jumped as clean as a whistle. So hopefully she takes that to the races. But she seems to be going good, and we'll get down to a grade that she can be competitive in. So that'll be Belmia at Sandown on Wednesday. Yeah, welcome around the stables again this week. Good old Hughie here, kicked off the season really well for us. 1 starter, 1 winner. Good on you, Hugh. last season. We had a reasonable season. We're down about 100 runners to what we normally would have, so it's probably cost us a few winners there, but we had to sort of clear out the decks a fair bit. We replaced them with a heap of young horses, and 7 of them are going to have a trial on Tuesday, so hopefully we have a really strong bunch of 3-year-olds coming through. They've all just turned 3. Probably a couple of horses worthwhile mentioning. Just Bolts, he did a good job coming from a big injury. He won his first 2. I thought he was great.
Just Bolt's going well. Villarroyale still has 2 lengths to make up and won't make that up. And Just Bolts is going to win.
It's a good yarn, Naradora and Just Bolts. Just Bolts finishing the strongest of the 3. Just Bolts came away late. Just Bolts won.
He's come along, Jeffrey. I think he won 3 races and went through his grades, and we've now sent him down to Jess Eaton in Adelaide. So hopefully Jess can race him over in Adelaide. He probably just hit his mark in Melbourne, so we're going to try him down there.
But it's Come Along Jeffrey all the way with the blinkers back on. Come Along Jeffrey 2 1/4 to Frawley.
Come Along Jeffrey, the leader. First mate's got alongside. Jeffrey's in front though, and I think he's won.
Alex were next. It's Come Along Jeffrey in front. They're not catching quickly enough. Apparatus safely holds second, but Come Along Jeffrey will win again.
Of course, Redivo, he went through those big staying races and just unfortunately got himself injured the start before he went into the Jericho, and didn't get a chance to run the Jericho, but he's just come back into work now and hopefully gets set for the Jericho again this year.
Redivo under hard riding. Mr. Lincoln trying to grind it down. Then further back was Woods, but Redivo in front. Mr. Lincoln's going to take a late dive. Redivo, Mr. Lincoln. Redivo.
And Redivo goes to the front from Dandruff. Sky Hero, Promised Land, 1 batting. But Redivo's got a full head of steam up. He's lapping up the 3,200 metres. He's 4, 5, 6 lengths in front, and he's going to win it easily from Sky Hero and Handshake, who's made ground, but the rider sits up, gives a wave to the crowd. Good on you, champion.
Tango's Jewel, she won 2 in a row in town last time in, which is a great effort for that little mare. She sort of had a really poor prep over winter, gave her a good spell and brought her back.
Tango Jewel's in full cry at the 200. She's well clear. She's giving them no chance. She's running them into the turf. Illidiff went to second, but it's all in vain. Tango Jewel, and it's 3 for Willow.
As they reach the 150, still Tango Jewel. Thankful Heart still not getting there at the moment. Tango Jewel. Catahool is going to be the late closer on the outside. And here's Thunder Award. Tango Jewel. Thunder Award. Tango Jewel.
And hopefully we can have another good season this year with a bunch of real nice young horses coming through. That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. A really frustrating week this week, isn't it? We've got a heap of horses ready to race at Geelong on Friday, and they've just drawn like 15, 18, 19. The barriers like just not getting the crack. And unfortunately, little Tango's Jewel, I was really keen on sending her around at the Valley. It's a bloody good race for her, $130,000 race, and she's just drawn the car park there as well. So the race sort of stinks a bit, but. I'll speak to Ross, the owner, and see what we do there. But I suppose we have a roll of the dice. She's not going to earn any money sitting in a box. Heap of the babies are trialling. We've given them all a couple of jump outs here at the farm. We've been lacking trials here in the Western District, so we'll go to, there's trials at St Arnaud on Tuesday, there's Geelong Synthetic on Wednesday, then Terang the following week, and then Geelong on the grass the week after that. So the next 3 weeks will be really busy trialling up all these young ones, seeing if there's any there that are worthwhile keeping in work for the spring, and hopefully we can find 1 or 2. I think there's a couple there that are looking like they're going to make the grade, so pretty exciting time over the next week. We'd love to have a couple of nice sort of young horses going into the spring, be fantastic. So we'll find out in the next couple of weeks, I suppose. Until next week, see you later. Shit. You right? Yep.